Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe discussion video on what is the temple fusion, or what is the temple itself. You can make it into anything, kind of like what the title is. What is it, basically. Now this question or discussion topic was made by, or I wouldn't say made, but it was inspired by Izzy Dark Trips question, or what she wanted for a discussion video. Now, hers is pretty much completely different. She wanted me to talk about the rooms for the temple and then just kind of the rooms for fusions within the temple. But that's kind of for a video for another day. And yeah, I could talk about the temple and the rooms and with like fusion rooms possibilities and all that stuff. But I don't want this video to be too long and all that stuff. You probably would just get bored of me saying that. Oh, no, we wouldn't get bored. I probably would. I wouldn't want to watch that. But that is a good discussion. I will probably make a video about that in the future. But I think this one is just a little bit important. But don't worry. I will talk about at least one room within this video. And you're just going to have to wait and find out. But you've probably already guessed what that room is, since I don't see many people talk about it in the first place. And it seems pretty important to me. But anyway, on to the actual video. What is the temple fusion? And I know what you're already thinking. Oh, well, the temple fusion is just a fusion of rose, garnet, pearl, and amethyst. Simple. Oh, yes, this is true, because clearly by the design, the temple does have the gems that do represent the gems that we know of, the crystal gems. At the top, you see pearl's gem, and at the chest, you see amethyst gems. I mean, technically, you don't see the other hand, since it's broken off, and then on the other side, it's not technically a gem, it's a warp pad, but it represents it. That's like Garnet's gem. And then we also don't really get to see it, and it's just not really there. But the placeholder, even before Steven's home was built, you see the hands, and then inside the little cave, that's where I guess Rose's gem technically is. That warp pad would represent it, since I guess they couldn't, just make a wall or something with Rose's gem for the stomach or something like that. They needed somehow to get into the actual like temple within their rooms, something like that. So I'm guessing that warp pad there that they usually use is supposed to represent Rose's gem, but now since Steven's home is there, I guess that represents like him being the new bearer of Rose's gem, rose quartz. Now, one thing I don't understand is just why is the temple there so much? They probably could have just done with, like, Steven's home and then just the room itself, like the door that leads into their room so much. That would have been fine. The temple itself is, like, a whole nother mystery because who built it, or was it crafted into the hill or something like that? What's the point of it so much? Is it just there by design, just to look cool? Because if that's the case, then I know, like, there's a sword near it, like, within the water. You see it here and there within episodes when they're near it. Unless that's just, like, for design or anything like that. I'm guessing, like, the hand broke off because it was, like, too heavy or something and because it's old. What was the point of the sword so much? Was it actually, like, used for a weapon? Was the temple alive? Which goes into my next point. The crystal heart, or the room with the crystal heart. What is that so much? Like, I don't see many people talk about that. And I know, like, some people could be saying, oh, well, it's just a room, it's just a crystal heart, and it's kind of what keeps the temple alive. Yeah, I could see that, but when Stephen was being chased by Amethyst, and then Pearl eventually found them two messing around, they both kind of just stopped everything. It's like, whoa, calm down, kid, you're near the crystal heart. It's like, they weren't playing around. It's like, no, don't mess with that. That's crazy. So that room, which they barely talk about at all, I think they've only talked about it once. I may be mistaken. I haven't really seen all the episodes so much or rewatched them in a while, but they don't really talk about it so much, and they put, I'm guessing, so much hype into it that it's gotta mean something really important. It just has to. So unless that heart, like, unless something bad happens to it, does, like, the temple fall apart? Do the rooms not work? Is it the actual source of magic for the door to actually work and all that stuff? Is it connected to the gem somehow? what is that heart? It's kind of a bigger part of the crystal temple, or the temple fusion, the temple gem, or the temple itself. What is that? Now, I know a lot of you people will also bring up the historical fiction fusion. That could also be the, what's it called, the temple fusion. But here's the thing. Unless it was just budget reasons and Stephen and Jamie just didn't have enough time to make arms, we can clearly see here, and we just know that the temple fusion or the temple has 8 arms. Some are broken off, but you know that it has 8 arms. And if I'm right, there was an earlier design, or a design that they were going to go with, that had 10 arms. But the fusion that we see here only had 4. So, unless that was like a fusion of, like, I don't know, garnet, pearl, or just even, like, rainbow quartz, I don't think that was the temple gem, because it would have had more arms and probably bigger. So, I don't think that fusion from the play was so much to represent the temple fusion so much. That's not what I see, really. So, yeah, that's pretty much it of me talking like an idiot for the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 minutes. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think the temple fusion's alive? Did the crystal gems make it, the ones that we know of? Or was it just some other group of gems that we don't know of, coincidentally with the same gem placements that made the temple? Does the crystal heart connect to the temple? Does it actually make it alive? Is it alive so much? What is it? I want to know what you think. And honestly, guys, please give me topics in the comments, because I'm not getting any within my other videos. I've only gotten one so far, and that was Izzy's topic, which is technically into 2 parts now for just the temple fusion itself, and then I'll be talking about the temple rooms, I guess, later, sometime in the future. So, yeah, give me some topics to talk about. I'll do it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have any questions, comments, or concerns, or topics for me to discuss next week. I'll try to do it as best as I can. Fan mail, email is in the description as usual now, if you want to send me fan mail or just ask questions about it. But until then, bye.